What's up, Scorpio? This is going to be your bi-weekly love check-in. This is for my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, and for the cross watchers. If you guys enjoy this, do give me a like, throw me a comment, share. If you are new to my channel, I combine tarot and manifesting and universal law of assumption to actually look into your specific person, the connection, the dynamic, and help you to refocus and shift it should you wish to, or tweak it, or whatever you would like. So if that's your bag, then stick with me. I'm going to do, a check-in, the person on your mind. How do they feel about you? How do you feel about them? And then a projected potential. And I say projected potential because universal law of assumption. All potentials exist. Everything exists all at once in this very given moment. Creation is finished. Your desires are meant for you. You can have anything or any version of a person, any person you want. Everyone is you pushed out. So if you would like to manifest this differently, it just requires a shift in your state of consciousness, the version of Scorpio you're being, your identity, and therefore also what you're projecting outwards, your dominant thoughts and assumptions, like a reselection. So the version that you would prefer. Circumstances, conditions, etc. They don't matter. Okay, so the person on your mind, Three of Wands is in the reverse, Scorpio. So there could have been a lot of waiting, thinking about like the future, and now kind of getting fed up of waiting. There's a Judgment card. So decision needing to be made. Revival, King of Wands in the reverse. So there could be some frustration. King of Wands in the reverse. So passion and chemistry, but maybe inaction. King of Wands in the upright is like taking the action. So maybe there's been sort of waiting. Two of Wands, crossroads. Where's this going? Decision needs to be made. Now, Judgment card would be a decision, but maybe there's been frustration around indecision, and now it's like maybe a comeback round, or hoping for a comeback round. Let's have a look. Seven of Swords, Scorpio. Five of Swords. Yeah, there's been a tension. Are we on the same page? Maybe some trust issues. Nine of Cups, but pleasure and joy. I mean, a King of Wands in the reverse, definitely attraction and chemistry, but maybe there's been a skirting around the direction, okay? And so that's caused some trust issues, or avoiding making a decision on the way forward. So let's get a little bit more. Yeah, not questions around choosing the connection, okay? This is choices. A portion of you, I don't know, like it could be indecision. This is fun. But Two of Wands is direction, so is it going beyond the fun? And so Lover's card, strong connection, but it's questions around like, are there other choices, or are you choosing the connection? That kind of a vibe. Okay, let's have a look what else. And then there's Five of Cups. And some of you have had a clash over this, or it feels tense. So there might be some regrets around that. I mean, let me have a look at this Seven of Swords. Yeah, it's caused a bit of withdrawal energy. Now, I did see Judgment card. I stick to what I channel, so I feel like this is maybe wanting to resurrect or come back round. But there's definitely this kind of withdrawal. And it's also shining light on some level of like not necessarily trusting the situation, okay? Founded or unfounded. It might be that it's just been fun, but lack of direction. And then that triggers this sort of sense of like, you're not really loving me, you're not really choosing me. And tension. Let's have a look. Seven of Swords. See, exactly. You're not really choosing me. Two of Wands. Like, where's this going? Some of you travel's been a factor because I've got the World card there. But this is like, what way forward? Is there a plan? Is there a plan for the way forward? What else do we need to know? Yeah, Emperor card in the reverse. Like, not really bossing up or taking action, taking charge of the situation. I said that with the King of Wands in reverse. Like, King of Wands in the upright, leadership role, action forward. So this might go from like fun and pleasure to inaction, not really choosing, not really deciding, not really being clear, causing trust issues. Emperor card in the reverse, so that's not the most, stable Emperor. Also questions around feelings, because the Emperor card in the reverse, that's a shadow Emperor. It can be a little bit stone cold. Fun and pleasure for sure, but maybe a bit controlled when it comes to emotions. So let's get a little bit more on this Emperor card in the reverse. That's also really grounded stability. That would be a committed, stable energy, the Emperor card, Stable energy, Ace of Pentacles. So there is this sort of wanting to solidify things. There's a focus on that. Okay, but there's been kind of avoidance in actually taking that, making that decision to maybe commit. Nine of Cups, fun and pleasure. Ace of Pentacles, commitment, okay? So let me take a look at why we have this Seven of Swords again, okay? I just want to understand. And I'll get oracle cards. Yeah, impatience. Temperance card in the reverse. Impatience, not trusting because of indecision. Really? Where is this going? Where is the plan? That's then causing, you know, clashing. And, you know, this can come down to, guys, this is why I like to do it this way. This is energetic and it's a dynamic. By the way, they will completely shift with you, as I explained in the outset. So if you shift who you're being and your dominant thoughts and assumptions, even all of this, the clashing, the tension, the this, the that, will go the fuck away because you are selecting a new version of reality. And if you focus on them in a different way, they're going to show up as a reflection to how you are perceiving them, what you think and assume about them, and what you think and assume they think about you. That's how it works. But in the recent perceived past, because everything, like I said, moment by moment we can shift, the awareness is on, there's been impatience, okay? And there's a thing around not really trusting it, and that causes withdrawal, okay? Now, they want to come out of Five of Pentacles, which is like coldness. Maybe it can get a bit cold because of that, this, like, there's a negative assumption, you're not really going to commit to this, or you're not really choosing me between the two of you. So they want to come out of that coldness, and there's regret, I think, over a clash. And then there's a Strength card, and then we have the King of Wands. Now it's in the upright with the World. So they want accomplishment with you. They're wanting to, you know, the King of Wands in the upright, action forward king, and this is about confidence and strength to move out of this cycle, okay, of round and round. This is also a card again about travel. So you could be dealing with issues that involve distance, or there's just been traveling, etc., and maybe a disconnect, like physically, for a little while, okay? This impatience energy, Seven of Wands, this is persistence, and Eight of Wands is communication. Now, I have an Empress card in the reverse as well, guys. Empress and Emperor in the reverse, and Lovers card. Strong connection, Scorpio, but it just seems like that's shadow. So you might be triggering each other's insecurities around not really, you know, giving and receiving love to one another, like mutually, and not really choosing the connection, and trust issues and impatience with one another. Like that's you know, like a dynamic. It's a defensiveness, but then they still want to persist. It's like maybe it's a clash of egos. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, no, you take the lead. No, you take the lead. Negative assumption. You're not really choosing me. I can't trust you. Vice versa, back and forth. Now, if we take control of your story, Scorpio, that's all that matters. We don't need to focus on them. They will catch up fast as well. Guys, check out the Q&A. Free link from inside my course Shifted, where I address like how old awareness, we need to just disconnect from old version, and how what our awareness is in regards to a person, and change our thoughts and assumptions about that person in relation to their behaviors, etc., because they're an extension of us and we will have a different result, okay? Check it out. So that is how you can get anyone in your personal reality, specific person, etc., to shift no matter what the perceived past a moment ago was. So we've got Gemini energy, Virgo energy, Sagittarius energy, Aries energy, Taurus, Libra energy. I mean, strong pair, guys, but you're triggering each other's, like, it can be fun and pleasurable. Maybe sometimes, you know, in the recent perceived past when there's been drinks as well, Nine of Cups, that's indulgence, guys. But there could just be this feeling of like, are you just playing me along? Are you choosing me? Okay, and then defensiveness, can I trust you? I mean, you've got Three of Swords in the reverse, so there's been some hurt between the two of you, and now it's like, okay, you want to get past that hurt, Scorpio. And Four of Cups, there's a rejection wound. It just goes round and round. Like, are you choosing me? Could be the way you communicate as well, Five of Swords. Let's have a look. How do you feel about them, Scorpio? I forgot to say, did I say Leo energy with the Strength card, guys? Clashing, tension, questions around also competition. So not feeling like very chosen because of this like indecision or which way forward. Okay, Justice card, things need to be more balanced, and also there could be this wanting to make right what has been not right, as in clashing or this back and forth or indecision, right? And then we've got, because it's just sitting on this Seven of Pentacles, like a lot of waiting to see how things play out. There's a foundation, but it's not really moved forward, okay? I mean, a portion of you, Five of Wands, clashing in tension because someone is crossroads about commitment because there has been marriage and divorce involved before. Not like, I'm not really getting that that's like current, okay? But like that might be the hesitancy and not really wanting to, indecisive about the direction forward. Now, Scorpio, if you're in the camp where you want the full gambit, you want the commitment, all of these conditions, who gives a shit? Like, even if a person said, I don't know, I've been through hell in the past, I've been in marriage, and I don't want to commit. Well, you just detach from that because it was still a projection in a moment. You just be like, no, they're totally ready to commit to me. We're getting married. Madly in love with me. If you're still focused on fights and clashes and you feel like this is going to be a block or an issue, just say, no, we're perfect. We're better than ever. We have a perfect relationship. If you feel that there's competition and someone's not choosing you, say, no, I'm the only one in their world. These are just examples, guys. Your affirmations are your thoughts. So align your identity, version of Scorpio that knows that you're everything, I am that I am, and then be the version of you that has the person. How do they think in the now? And stick to it with persistence. Okay, that's all you need to do. Look, you've got an Empress in the upright, Scorpio. How do they feel about you? So there's a lot of this. On this side, it seems to be the dynamic has been received a little like you're bringing out each other's shadow side. There's issues here to do with structure, stability, and then there might be a bit of this clash back and forth of like giving and receiving love, like in a balanced way. The Empress card, so this is beautiful energy. This is a balanced Empress. So, but then Queen of Cups is in the reverse. So Scorpio, I mean, some of you, this is coming down to clashing and tensions. First of all, this is a mother figure. So that could be the competition or the clashing. So there could be children in the mix and exes in the mix, but not romantically involved. And then that's causing a lot of this indecision and not being really able to like go for it, or tensions. Maybe this illusion of like interference. I mean, Queen of Cups, Scorpio, is a shadow Queen of Cups. So that would be like a bit of a, you know, feeling like giving more. It's a water sign. So that could be really you, like feeling like you give more than what you get. On the flip side, that could be like the back and forth energy, right? Like feeling like you're giving and you're not receiving equally, and you know, you're invested, but you feel like you have to fight for the attention or the love or something like that. Or, you know, Empress would be about still also wanting to nurture the connection, but there's this tension and clashing. Let's have a look at this Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it just feels stuck. And you know why? Six of Pentacles is in the reverse. This is like, it doesn't feel reciprocal. There's this assumption it's not really being reciprocated, or there's indecision, okay? Because that's, you know, feeling unsupported, questioning whether the love is mutual. All you need to do is tweak the story. That's all, Scorpio, if you want the person. And all the circumstances, conditions, and past awareness and whatever just disappear, guys. Your subconscious is just going to validate whatever you're persisting in. Consciously, with your focus, all the pieces move. Even if there are other characters in the show, guys, like exes and lower, it's all going to go away. Because, I mean, you know, like it will move in harmony because your divine intelligence moves all the pieces around. This is how it works. So it doesn't have to be an issue in your connection. But there is a stuckness here. I mean, Scorpio, I challenge you, you know, it might be that you're really having this recurring feeling like questioning whether the love is returned. And then that makes you feel very indecisive about the whole thing. I mean, and questioning whether or not you're being supported. See, you've got Five of Pentacles in the reverse. They've got Five of Pentacles in the reverse. You both want to come out of the cold. So what causes all this tension, this Five of Wands? Just, you know what? You know what causes this attention? Feeling lack of attention. That's the Six of Wands in the reverse. I mean, that's about attention, feeling validated. Okay, very easy to change that. Okay, I'm all they want. They dote on me and work on self-concept. I am, of course they do, because you're the center of your own world and reality, okay? So I get all the love, all the attention. I am the center of their world. Of course, there's no competition in my world. Of course, they choose me. Of course, they love me. If you want the commitment, of course, they're committed to me. If you want the marriage, of course, we're getting married, or whatever it is, okay? Or they're so loving, they're so open. I mean, strong connection, impatience with one another, not trusting it. They're talking to you, Scorpio, and then there is a new beginning. It looks like more solid, but there's been some defensiveness. You both want to come out of the cold. Two of Swords, Nine of Cups, Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups, Nine of Cups. So you can have fun and pleasure. Then there's anxiety and stress. There's questioning. Is this going anywhere? Do you really want me? Are you choosing me? Are you going to give me more attention? Old fears coming up. So you just need to take care of your side of the street, Scorpio. And then this fun and pleasure and hesitancy and indecision. Well, first of all, they're half there and half not. So if the mirror is like that and then like that, well, you're just shifting states. So just stick to, with persistence, the state, the decision. How do you want it? No, it's not just fun and games. They're committed to me, as an example. So, and then all the defensiveness and all the fear and everything is going to go away. And also your thoughts and your actions and all of that's going to be in alignment too. It's also frequency, guys. So all this tension and this clashing and impatience, just take care of you and and reselect them. That's how it works. Libra energy, Taurus, Libra energy. Yeah. Okay. So communication, renewal of the commitment, or like actually committing, you know, or some kind of a plan maybe to do so. You know, if you're like, oh God, I'm so tired of waiting for this, or I want things to speed up, then if everything is in the now, be in your now no matter what. And that's the fastest way to get things to be validated, to mirror, okay? All right, how does this person feel? See, there's something about, you know, heartbreak and pain, self-worth and value. You know, there's a triggering here about trust, self-worth and value. Okay. Let's see. What else? Watching, looking, perception, stalking, talking. There's going to be text calls, talking more. They definitely got their eye on you, but then there seems to be this not really trusting the situation. It could be old heartbreak and pain, like I said, because that's that Five of Cups, Scorpio. So that's trying to get past like old spilt cups, old heartbreak. So then there's a lot of hesitancy and trust issues between the two of you. And then we have, questions around options. It's like indecisive, or an assumption that there are options, not really choosing. Like this is just indulgence. It's not really, you know, you might mutually question the other one. It says strung along, options. You just need to decide. If you want them to choose you, you say, no, I'm the chosen one. If, you know, if you don't know what you want, Scorpio, and you want the options, but you want this person to want you and have a great time, you also can. I'm not here to judge. Everyone can shift. Test it. Okay, clarity and truth, revelations, honor and protection, determination. Honor and protection, determination. Seven of Wands is determination. There's a conversation in this check-in. There's still a bit of heartbreak and pain around mutually kind of feeling like what's the direction, and is there commitment or non-commitment? Are there options? And there's definitely observation energy. Maybe there's some jealousy stuff going on, because this is Lover's card about choices, not really feeling chosen. Whether there are options or no options, guys. If you are in a situation where this is non-committal and there have been options shown and you don't want that, then you have to take your awareness off them. It's all like your creation, seriously. Okay. So yes, check out the links that I've provided in the description box of the video if you want to go a bit deeper into that. And otherwise, look, communication, clarity and truth, determined. It's still a little like this. I mean, it's like commit, don't commit, choose, don't choose. Shift it now, right now. Take what you want and throw out the rest, guys. I love you so much. I hope that it did resonate for some of you. I intend that it guided some of you regardless, and I will check in with you in 2 weeks' time.